it's Jean here again from Rose Training, and I'm sitting in the Broadwater Chapel, the Rotary Chapel, here speaking with Peter Crichton from Peter Crichton Photography, and I just wanted to ask Peter a few questions about how we as celebrants work with other industry professionals on the day of the ceremony. So Peter, we were talking before about, how we work together. You as the photographer, the celebrant looking after the couple, and how does that work? And what sort of things do you see that you could offer advice to the celebrants just starting out?
Well, like I said, most of them are pretty good. I don't really very often see anything going wrong, or usually occasionally you'll get one that arrives perhaps a little bit not quite appropriately dressed.
Oh, interesting. Yes.
Apart from that, not too much. I tend to let the celebrant do their thing. Once a bride and groom arrive, then it's the celebrant's time to take control of the wedding, and they tell me what to do, and sometimes they ask me, where do you want to stand and all that sort of stuff, and we sort of work it together. And if they're new people, I'll sometimes remind them, don't forget to let me get a photo of the signing after, because sometimes they forget and they pick up the stick and walk off.
Yeah, and the moment's a miss.
Yeah. It's sort of gone, but it's an important photo, and so they just have to try to
make that moment.
To do that, and then that's also a good time for them to get a photo with the bride and groom as well. So the celebrant will often, stand next to them. That's a good opportunity. While the photographer's there and he's shooting it, you put them in, and then the celebrant gets their photo, and everyone's happy.
Yeah, and I guess it's appropriate that we all know where our space is and who takes over at what point. You were saying to me before that you're taking all the photos of the couple and the bridal party up until the point of the ceremony. Of course, you're still taking photos through it, but then the celebrant is the one who takes the lead from there. That's virtually their space with the couple while you're wandering around taking the photos. But we still, as industry professionals, have to be very aware and respectful of each other's responsibilities and each other's space within the ceremony. And you mentioned that signing. When I'm talking to our students in our face-to-face classes, what I do and what I offer as experience is that I always speak to the photographer first, introduce myself, and let them know how it's going to unfold within the ceremony. I will get away for the signing, I will move away for the ring exchange, and I will move away for the kiss, so that you actually, as a photographer, get the optimum shots that couple has paid for and want to see without the celebrant's face in the middle.
A lot of celebrants do that, and and you know what? I say, well, you're actually part of the photo. So if you feel more comfortable stepping out of the photo, that's fine. But you're actually part of the photo.
That's great advice. I haven't heard that from a photographer.
You're actually we're telling a story, and we'll blur you out in the background and all that sort of thing. But otherwise, it's just two people kissing in a park. Sometimes there's no identifiable background behind there, so it's like, celebrant.
If the celebrant's there,
and it's nice if they've got a nice looking book, or something.
Again, things to think about, and it's something that I always say to students: look from the photographer's eyes. Have some visual thought about the way you dress. You mentioned inappropriate dressing.
You should be reasonably glamorous, and everything should say wedding. Not sort of roll up in the caftan and all the kind of.
That's Great advice from your point of view.
Depending on the people. I mean, some couples might, prefer that sort of really laid back, sort of
casual, and they're the sort of questions we ask our clients. What is it that you would anticipate that we wear on the day? What's your idea of how we should dress?
Yeah.
And that's a really important question, so that we do turn up dressed in the way that they would expect us to be, glamorous. Maybe they do want us in the caftan.
Sometimes they do.
But the question has to be asked.
It's all communication, and sometimes, especially here in the Gold Coast, where it's a tourist spot, and I guess the celebrant probably doesn't even get to meet the couple
in advance.
Sometimes not at all until the day. So
it's
pretty hard to,
Although,
or the day before.
We could still interact, which is something we would suggest to students, is that there is communication via email.
Of course,
so that they are on board with Skype and all of those mediums that we can use to communicate with clients, so that we're offering the best advice and we're gathering the best information.
Certainly helps, doesn't it, to meet them and find out what they're like. I find it sometimes difficult, roll up and you don't met them.
Then you sort of maybe not on board with exactly what it is that they want.
Personality.
Sometimes talking with someone for 5 or 10 minutes, all of a sudden, you get the essence of that client and you get an idea of what perhaps they would want and not want.
That's pretty much it. I let them do I let the celebrant do their
thing. As a celebrant would let you, the photographer, do their thing.
We'll do that.
And I always like to acknowledge the photographer within the ceremony as well. I don't know, how you think that works for you as a photographer, but I always personally like to let the guests know that there's Peter over there, he'll be taking all the photos. If it's an unplugged wedding, then it's like, make sure you don't get in his way, turn your phones off, unplugged, let Peter do all of the work for the ceremony that the couple have
That's good, and you need to do that. People want to know where they stand.
What the rules
they
are,
want to
what
know
the
what's going
expectations
to
are.
happen, and where, what's happening next, and what's happening now, and where do I sit, and all that sort of stuff.
Direction.
They want direction.
And
sometimes people are like,
what'll I do? They're very nervous.
They're happy to take it.
And that's what we do as a celebrant. We direct all of those movements and everything that happens before the ceremony. And then I always see, from a celebrant's point of view, the photographer will take over that at the end of the ceremony. And the photographer is going to be the one saying to everyone, can everyone all meet down here? We're going to have a group photo. Can we have Nana? Can we have Grandpa?
That's right.
And that's where you take over from there, where you start directing.
But what's really neat for me is when you pass the baton to me, is to kind of, exactly what you said, and direct them, so the photographer's going to do a group photo on the lawn underneath the tree down there. So if you'd all like to move straight out to that area, and then he'll instruct you.
He'll take over from there.
So we'll take the right room there. They've already been clued up. So that way we get all the people there, and you don't get stragglers all going off, have a fag and go to the loo and get a beer or whatever. So they're all down there by the tree on the grass, and we can get that nice group photo while there's still that atmosphere going on. And the celebrant can come down and get in the photo too.
Congratulate the couple. So again, it's direction. It's the celebrant directing in the beginning, giving housekeeping information at the end, directing again, so that I love the term passing the baton. So the celebrant then passes the baton to you, the photographer, to take over and get the rest of the shots.
It's all like meshing in, everything's all sort of like working in together. And then I hand them over to the lady in charge of the reception.
Yes. The event organizer or the venue manager. Yeah. So it's actually it's a journey, isn't it? On the day, it's the photographer to begin with. The celebrant through the ceremony, the photographer
hair and makeup artist, you got to give them their time. You step away from the limousine to let the guy put his red carpet out and do his thing, and then so everybody has their role. And it's fairly common. I'm not sure if they still do it as much here now, but a lot of the venues here, they would handpick all their service providers.
Yes.
And they all got to know each other.
Yes.
It just went like,
yes. And everyone knows what each other is going to do, and you work hand in glove, don't you? All the way through, seamless, which is what a couple want.
That's what they want.
Yeah. They don't see it when it works seamlessly, but when it comes undone, that's when things get noticed. So we silently do our jobs and perform our roles from beginning to end, and we create something magic for a couple.
And they've worked out where's the best place to stand at a certain time of day to set up your ceremony and where the sound for your PA works best and all that. It's all redone. Whereas when you're going to a different location every time, it's like
you've got to work it out from scratch.
Are they going to go to evening? Where's the sun going to be at 3 o'clock and all that sort of stuff? It's a bit hard.
A lot of things to negotiate. A lot of things to learn as a celebrant.
Yeah.
Well, again, Peter from Peter Crichton Photography.
That's correct.
I can't thank you enough for giving us 5 minutes of your time and explaining how that hand in glove, wedding industry coordination works on the day of a wedding. Fabulous. Thank you.
No worries.
Yay! Well, you're wonderful. Thank you so much for that.